We all go through pain, heartbreak, betrayal, loss. It can feel like the weight of the world is crushing you. But what if I told you that God's teachings hold the keys to healing? The Bible isn't just a book of rules. It's a love letter filled with wisdom to mend our deepest wounds. Here are 7 powerful lessons from God that can restore your broken heart and bring you peace. 1. You are deeply loved. No matter what, one of the most comforting truths in the Bible is that God's love is unconditional. Even when people fail you, even when you feel unworthy, God's love never changes. Romans 8:38-39 says nothing can separate us from His love, not failure, not sin, not even our darkest moments. When your heart is broken, remember this: you are not abandoned. You are cherished. Let that truth sink in and begin to heal the cracks in your soul. 2. Forgiveness sets you free. Holding onto anger and bitterness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Jesus taught us to forgive, not because the person who hurt us deserves it, but because we deserve peace. Matthew 6:14-15 reminds us that if we forgive others, God forgives us. This doesn't mean what happened was okay, but it means you refuse to let pain control your future. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. 3. Your pain has a purpose. It's hard to believe when you're hurting, but God can use even your deepest pain for something greater. Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, later said, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Genesis 50:20. Your struggles can become your testimony. Your heartbreak can teach you compassion. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it. 4. You're never alone in your suffering. Jesus himself experienced rejection, betrayal, and sorrow. Hebrews 4:15 says he understands our weaknesses because he's been there. When you feel isolated in your pain, remember that God isn't distant. He's walking through it with you. Pour out your heart to him in prayer. Let his presence comfort you in ways no human ever could. 5. Let go and let God handle it. We often exhaust ourselves trying to fix everything, but some battles aren't ours to fight. Proverbs 3:5-6 tells us to trust God instead of relying on our own understanding. Surrender your hurt to him. Stop replaying the past or worrying about justice. God sees everything, and he will make things right in his time. Your job is to release the burden and breathe again. 6. True healing comes from within. The world offers quick fixes, distractions, rebounds, numbing the pain, but God's healing goes deeper. Psalm 147:3 says he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This isn't a superficial patch job. It's a transformation. Let God work on your heart from the inside out. Spend time in his word, worship, and quiet reflection. Healing takes time, but his process is perfect. 7. Your best days are still ahead. Jeremiah 29:11 says God has plans to give you hope and a future. Heartbreak can make you feel like your story is over, but God is just getting started. The pain you're feeling now is not the end. New joy, new love, and new purpose are coming. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, trusting that God is leading you to something beautiful. A broken heart doesn't have to stay broken. God's teachings offer real, lasting healing, not just covering the pain, but restoring you stronger than before. Hold on to these truths. Let them sink into your spirit. You are loved, you are seen, and your story isn't over. Start applying these lessons today, and watch how God turns your pain into power.